Hey everybody, Phi Farley here, March 22nd, getting back to the action. Had a nice win yesterday with Northern Colorado, winning outright. Gotta love a 4.5 point dog. Ended up winning the game by 11. Went exactly as I had thought, which is even better than a win, is have it go the way you think it's going to go. So we had really the breaking of a will of San Diego. They're playing at home. They're a good team, but once they got down by double digits, that's when not having a head coach, not really caring a whole lot, not having the motivation, sinks the ship. So I was happy about that. Once they got a double digit lead, it was pretty much over from there. Good job, Northern Colorado. You play on. San Diego, look forward to next year with your new coach. Today, boy, I have got one pick that I really like. We only have 6 games today, so it takes a lot of digging to go through these games and really find an edge. These lines have been sharp, and I would expect nothing less with only 4 games on today's slate in the NCAA tournament, and then 2 bonus games here, CBI and CIT games back at it. So today, let me go through 2 games that I am passing on, all right? First game that I'm passing on is Gonzaga, Florida State under. I looked at the 153.5 and I thought, boy, there's going to have to be a lot that goes right for this to go over 153.5. However, both these teams can get over 153.5 very easily. So if they're making their buckets, if they're playing a little lazy defense, if they're pushing the pace, it will go over the 153.5. Right now, 58% of the money is on over, 51% of the tickets are on over, which also makes me hesitant to make this my play. So it is not. But that was my lane, was 153.5 under, and I dug into that pretty good. The second game that I was looking at was Sam Houston State, Texas San Antonio over 148.5. Both these teams can run, they can push the pace. They're very even. KP has that game pegged at about 7 for Texas San Antonio. The line's at 4.5. Texas San Antonio is not a bad edge to play, playing at home, but 62% of the tickets on over, 53% of the money on over. It's gone up 1 point. I am going to pass on that. It's just not as appetizing as I would like to take a bite. The last game, the one that I do really like, and where I think we have an edge here, is looking at Loyola Chicago and Nevada, the first game of the evening in the NCAA tournament. So check this out. Loyola Chicago has had a lead or tied in every single game since their conference tournament. Now, naturally, in their conference tournament, they were the first place team in their conference, so to have a lead is not saying much. But then once they hit the NCAA tournament, they were tied against Tennessee and then up 2 in their last game at half. They play a different style of game that is a lot of drive and kicks for open threes and then really good defense. So this is a little unique, and teams that are used to playing in Power 5 conferences have not really been able to adjust early on them. Now, that said, Nevada is even more comfortable playing from behind. Just check out their last 5 games. I mean, this is so going through the conference tournament. Their last game, Texas, they were down 12. Cincinnati down 12. Texas down 9. Going into their conference tournament, San Diego State down 30. UNLV down 9. So they have been down 9, 30, 9, and 12 in the last 4 respective games, going back to their conference tournament, of which they won them all except for San Diego State, which then also got their bid into the NCAA tournament. So I'm looking at this game, first half, Loyola Chicago plus a half a point. The trends point that way. If Nevada were wise, they would say, let's hit the gas pedal early. But I feel they feel way too comfortable playing down 5 at half. So I'm looking for Loyola Chicago to be up about 5 points at halftime, and Nevada feel just fine with that. So taking Loyola Chicago plus the half a point. Curious what everyone else thinks, what they're on tonight. I have dug into each of these games pretty thoroughly, so I'm curious if I missed something or if there's something here that someone else likes that they'd like to point out. Throw that in the comments. Subscribe if you'd like, and I'll see you again soon.